Hey, welcome to Gourmet Fishing. I'm your host, David Murray. On today's show, we've got a true Bahamian dish, peas and rice. I mean, what a great, flavorful side dish that goes together with, man, just about anything you can think of. Grilled fish. The best thing that goes with it is cracked conch. You could do a Bahamian rum marinated grilled chicken. Oh man, it pairs so well. So I tell you what, we've got all of our ingredients, so why don't the two of us get ready to create our own peas and rice. All right, let's get ourselves started and get cooking our Bahamian peas and rice. We've got all our ingredients sitting right here. Well, you know, we do have rice and we've got peas. These are pigeon peas. You know, this dish is similar to what we have in the South in the U.S., the Low Country, I guess you could say. Hoppin' John. Similar, same kind of roots, but instead of, you know, we use the black-eyed peas here in South Carolina. They're using the pigeon peas. So again, we got some rice, we got our pigeon peas. We'll talk about those a little further as we get into it. We got a chopped onion, a minced onion. We've got a thinly sliced celery. We've got some thyme, some bell pepper. We've got garlic. We're going to grate here in a minute. We've got some powdered beef bouillon. That's another one of those little neat things. We've got tomato paste, chicken stock. We've got Cajun seasoning right here. Hey, bacon grease. Got to, don't you? And we've got a little bit of garlic powder here. And then this is a little magic thing here called browning that you use for gravies and so forth. But we're going to use that to really more or less give us a good color to our peas and rice. So I tell you what, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get what first thing I've already done is I've got our pan heated up. I've got it on about medium. This is a 5-quart pot that I'm going to use. So I'm going to come in here, and this is about I'd say 2.5. Whoa, that's hot. Yes, sirree. I've got about 2.5 tablespoons of our bacon grease. We're going to cool that down right now. There we are, just like that. That's a half an onion that I chopped up real finely. Here we grab a wooden spoon, get that thing moving, just like that. Again, we're going to turn this down a little bit. Got away from me. Now we've got one stalk of celery that we've thinly sliced. Now you can chop that up if you want. A lot of times I grate my celery. I'm not a huge fan of the texture of celery for some reason. But anyway, that's just one of my things there. So here we go. We're going to get this thing going. We're going to saute these down for, 4 or 5 minutes until the onions just start to get soft and translucent. Oh yeah, these are just about perfecto. So they've spent about 6 minutes. You want to go 5 to 8 minutes or so with sauteing. Now I'm going to come in with my powdered beef bouillon. That's about a tablespoon of that. Now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to mix that up, get it going. Oh yeah, you can smell the flavors there. Got that coming out. Now we're going to come in here with our bell pepper. Just like that. Yes. We've got our thyme. Now I am going, here we are. I'm going to actually add a little butcher's twine in this so I can fish this thing out of there when we're actually done with our cooking, just like that. So we're going to come in, just tie it up like so. Nothing magical. And then I'm going to come in here with, you know what, I think I'm probably just going to use this, and I'm just going to kind of bruise it, just like so. That'll begin releasing some of the oils that have all the flavor and the goodness. And then I'm just going to kind of move that around, just like so. Get that going. And, oh yeah, you can smell that thyme going. And I like to kind of wrap it around the handle of my pot, and then when I'm stirring, I kind of hold that string so it just doesn't get away and get all in there. So, just like so. Now, next thing we're going to do is go ahead and move some of this out of the way. You know what? There you go. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to come in You can crush this and chop it up if you want. I love using the microplane to get my garlic almost to a puree. So we're gonna do just like this. And this is gonna be a real quick cook. Because we don't, there we are, we don't want our garlic to burn. So, there we go. Oh yeah. Again, I'm gonna put this on about medium heat. And we're getting those flavors all working together. Now, what are we going to do here? We are going to add a couple of tablespoons of, heaping tablespoons of tomato paste, just like so. I think we are. Yes, there we are. Okay. Just like that. All right. Bam. Hey, there it is. Well, almost. Okay. Third time's a charm. Right here. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to mix this in just like so. Oh man, this is going to be good. And I'm going to come in with our brownie. I'm going to use a tablespoon of that. If you can see what that looks like. I mean, it's just a dark, deep, liquid flavor of goodness. Here we go. All right, now we're going to come in with our pigeon peas. Some of the liquid, not all of it. We're just going to add those right in there, right out of the can. Now, these are dry, called dry pigeon peas, but they are in a can, so I don't know. That's just what they call them. Now, I'm going to show you something here real quick. Let me get this stirred in and moved around. There we are. I tell you, pigeon peas, they do come in the can, and that's what we're using, but they also, and it seems to be a lot easier to find, are the dried peas. But you just can't throw those into your pot. You've got to basically rehydrate those, and I do that overnight. I'd get a pot like this or a large bowl, put some cold water in there, and then put about 1 inch of water above the peas, because they're going to kind of swell up, and let those things sit overnight. And then the next day, you need to cook them down a little bit so they actually get nice and tender. And I'll use bacon and chicken broth to cook them down, and it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to actually cook them, and then off and running you are. So put our brownie up so I don't knock that over, and I've got some a teaspoon of our Cajun spice and some garlic powder. Yes. Oh man, that smells good. All right, next, you see, we're almost done preparing. Then we get the old hurry up and wait syndrome with our cooking. It always seems to be. Now that's 2 cups of parboiled rice. I like the parboiled. I don't know. It just seems to work better for me. I'm sure you can use whatever rice you want to use. That's no problem. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to mix it and get all the little rice pieces coated with our, there we go, our pre-pigeon pea rice stock. Now, yeah, that looks good right there. Oh yeah. Gets that nice color to it. That's pretty much what it's going to look like when it's done. Now I'm going to come in with 4 cups of chicken broth or chicken stock, or you can use water or beef stock or beef broth or vegetable. See where I'm going with that. Use whatever liquid you've got. So now we're going to come in here. We're going to get this whole thing combined. All right, let's get everything nice and mixed together, all kind of sort of loose and moving freely in our pot. We don't want any lumps. Now we're gonna come in here. We're gonna cover this, bring it to a boil, and then reduce that heat down to a simmer and let it sit there for about 10 minutes before we do anything else to it. Oh yes, here we're just coming to a boil. Now I'm going to turn this down to, just below medium. And now we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Just let it sit there and do its thing for 10 minutes. Then we come back, we're going to give it a stir, and then we'll continue on. Oh yeah. Oh man, check that out. Now it's been closer to 8 minutes than it has been to 10 minutes, but it just seemed, I don't know, you get that little sense that you might need to come in here and do something ahead of the so-called schedule. So that's what I've done here. Now, I mean, check that out. This is going to be, it may not look like much right now. That rice may look a little white, but I tell you what we're going to do now is we're going to reduce this heat down to low. We're going to cover it back up, kind of half cover it, not 100%. And we've got ourselves another 15 to 20 minutes before we get to enjoy our peas and rice. Oh yeah, getting there. Now I tell you what, throughout the cooking process, when we're into that last, 15 to 20 minutes, I like to come in and stir it about every 5 minutes or so, because it's going to try to stick to the bottom of the pan, because all of a sudden we're starting to cook a lot of that liquid out and the rice is absorbing it. So I like to come in here and just give a good little scrape stir, I guess you could say. How's that work? I think that worked good. Yep. Scrape stir, just like so. And we're going to get those peas mixed in and all throughout the rice, and we are getting close. I'd say we probably have another 10 or 12 minutes or so, but right there, man, that is, smells great. Oh man, there, oh, look at that. Yes, sirree. Been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. This has been cooking down. That rice is nice and tender. Oh, the smells are unbelievable. Now I'm gonna take my little, my sad looking little thyme sprig here. I'm gonna put that right there and put that in the old trash can here in a minute. But man, check this out. That, oh, I wish you could smell it. It is awesome. It definitely is. Now, yes. So I tell you what, let's take a look at exactly what we created here. Yes, we're gonna come in, get us a nice. Now man, it looks good. Yes, it does. Just like so. Oh man, yum. Check that out. I mean, that is awesome. Perfect. Man, you can't get more Bahamian than that right there. There it is. That's our peas and rice, our Bahamian peas and rice. Unbelievable. I can't wait to try it. Now, I want to bring something up. When we were at the stage earlier, when we added our chicken broth and mixed everything up, and then getting ready to put the top on, at that point, you want to taste that broth. And if you need to add anything to it or make any other adjustments, that's the perfect time to do that. And one more tip. After it's cooked, like it is now, what I would do, I would take my spoon out, obviously, come over here, cover it, and I'm going to leave it right there off the heat for about another 20 minutes. It kind of loosens everything up on the bottom, and you can really get a good stir, and all those good flavors off the bottom will get back into your rice. But I tell you what, man, that's perfect. Can't wait to match that up with some cracked conch or a grilled chicken. It's going to be unbelievable. Hey, down here, conch fritters. Another great video for y'all to take a look at. Another Bahamas classic. Up here, don't forget to click that right there. That's our subscribe button. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I tell you what, until next time, God bless, and we'll see you soon.